So I want you to think about, like, how does this story relate to drugs and alcohol?
Maybe making good choices and being who you are.
Absolutely. All of us in our lifetime are going to have choices around drugs and alcohol. That's just how it is. You're all going to be asked to be brave in your life, and it'll be for something good or something bad, and you're going to be asked to choose. And part of making the right choices is truly knowing who you are. Because a lot of people will think, drugs and alcohol make you more fun, make you more cute, make you more cool. They can make you think all those things about yourself, and the main thing they keep you from is really finding out your talents, and they become a crutch.
How do you accept who you are?
Well, from the minute we're born, we have gifts, and our lives are about finding our gifts. Your guys' life journey is about finding out who you are. And you know how you find that out? Is by looking at your talents and the things you like and the dreams you have. That's rooted way down in who you are. And that those things change. So if all of you right now at this age you're at, you're like, oh, I'm a good artist. I'm good at poetry. I'm good at math. That's a part of who you are. And sometimes because we have hurt in our families or in our communities, sometimes it'll cloud our gifts or keep them from finding them. So the first thing off the bat is all of us is to stop thinking and saying negative things about yourself and about others. Really. Part of your life journey is to find all of these good things that motivate you, and that's almost like finding out who you are too. So bring all that positive stuff. When you talk bad about any people, it makes you feel bad, huh? Makes you angry, makes you hateful. They don't even know you're talking about them. But meanwhile, you're all mad, huh? And it hurts you. And then you'll come a good human being into your life, and you'll just judge them by the color of their skin or what someone taught you instead of Indian way, when we would judge people by their hearts, by their actions, by their words. And we could tell right off the bat. Our elders and a lot of you young people, you can still tell who good people are. Our walk in life is to find out who we are and to accept every part of us. And that all of us to find our gifts. If you're good at singing or Indian dancing or writing poems, you find those things and you hold them and you learn more. And all of us too, to not listen to the negative things, the negative stereotypes about Indian people, the negative stereotypes about women or men. We have to quit about how we have to be skinny or light or dark. We, all of us, we're going to quit saying those things in our group here, huh? And we're going to think positive things, because that's who we are. What else? Is there anything else you can think about?
How can you help your friends make good decisions?
Man, if I knew the answer to that, I'd have a lot of money. But the truth is, it is so hard to make other people change for the better. You can influence people by being a good influence yourself. So the best thing you can do is each of us is to be role models for ourselves and to stick to your guns, to stick to what you believe, so that when your friends fall off the path, you can say, well, I don't do that. And even if they say, oh, well, are you an apple? Do you think you're too good? You say, no, I know what our ancestors would like and believe. And this is our traditional way. And this is the truth. The minute that, and historically, that alcohol came to America, our people have been fighting against it. Famous people like Handsome Lake, famous people like all our elders, Wilma Mankiller, who just passed away, all our ancestors, many of them fought against alcohol because they knew that if you drank alcohol, like with drugs, it takes you away from who you are. It's called being under the influence. That's the perfect way to look at it, because alcohol and drugs influence how we think. They keep us from being who we are. That's why they're dangerous. So we have power over our choices. So all of us here, how we influence others is by how we live our lives, and when we call people out in a good way when they're doing something that's negative or hurtful to themselves. And then once in a while we have to step back from people we love or even our friends until they get on the right track too. But drugs and alcohol became the cheap, quick, fast, wrong way to have that much fun. So we are trying to go back to that. So the best way to influence our friends is for us to be a good influence and for us to be brave. Everyone to be brave. When people say, well, how come you're not partying like this? Or how come you're not doing that? You say, because that ain't our way. And we're going to get better. This generation right here, we know how to rock the house like Indian people. That's true. And we're going to take that back. This is very hard. This is the hardest thing, this lesson here. Is that sometimes some of your best friends or even your relatives, you have to step away from. You do. Because their negativity is so negative that it will bring you down. Creator has given you one life. So you try to be a good influence and you tell them you love them. But you do have to step away sometimes. And you tell them, say, you know, my friend, my relative, you're leading this lifestyle that's so negative, I have to step back. And I am going to pray and want everything better for you because this isn't our way. And that was a hard thing for me to do as a young person. I don't know that anybody ever taught me that lesson. So I stayed in situations that I shouldn't have. So I want to be that auntie and that grown-up that teaches you that lesson too, you guys, all right? To know that some people, you step away for a little way and you pray for them to get better, and they will. But you knowing who you are and keeping your health and wellness and sobriety, that's real important.
Why do we do things we don't want to do?
The people that we're going to hang out with, they influence us. Did you know that people we don't even know influence us? That you know us as Native Americans, we have the ability to influence this culture that no other people has this ability because it's our indigenous home. So sometimes we will do things we don't want to do is because of the influences. Because of the people that we hang out with, they don't know any other way to be. And I'll be real honest with you. You know, on some of the tribes up north, when they have an Indian powwow or Indian gathering, they'll appoint a whip woman and a whip man. And it'll always be a little kid. Because little kids will be like, I'm going to tell on you, huh? Oh, that ain't right, huh? Little kids know what's right and wrong. And they're usually real brave. They'll be like, I love you, but I have to tell on you. You know, oh, you're doing wrong, huh? And then when we get older, we'll be like, oh, I can't be a tattletale. Huh? Oh, no, I won't snitch on you, huh? But the little kids are true. So they make the little kids a whip woman and whip man because they'll be like, oh, don't do that. And they'll whip you, you know? So part of us has to keep that part of us that knows ourselves so that we're not influenced. And then you know people that are susceptible. Like we all might have family members that want to, like, you know, be part of the gang set or dabble in drugs or alcohol. And you know they're susceptible. You see your little brother or sister or cousin, he's dressing like a gangster or listening to budget, then you know he's susceptible, so you try to bring him away. So, you know, brother, you want to dress all like that? You dress in your Indian stuff. You know, brother, you want to sing those songs? Make sure you sing some Indian songs. And you try to bring people back to who we are as Native people. So that's how come we will do things we do not want to do, is because of our influences. We need to know who influences us. So you're like, oh, Maggie, she influences us. We're gonna hang out with Maggie. You guys influence me, and we make a point to strive to be together, huh? And bring all our peers and family members, bring them with us. Bring them with us. So hopefully that's helpful.
I wanted to ask, like, why does drugs and alcohol change people, like, change their lives?
You know, you said a real profound thing. Is that how using drugs and alcohol changes us. From knowing who we are, from being a positive influence. That's true. So all of us, as little kids and teenagers and young adults and elders, we have to be that positive influence. And some of us too that live in addiction, you guys have to know that too about our communities. Is it because some of us grown-ups don't know who ourselves are? We got lost and we forgot who we were, artists or good dancers or those things, right? So what you say is very powerful, you know? So I want to thank you guys. And I'll see you guys next week, okay?
Okay.
Okay, have a good day, you guys. Bye.